Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the red zone for the Hirudegarn. This is broken up into three phases. So we have Hirudegarn and his homie, who I've completely forgot now. Then it'll come to me later on. Then we have the second phase against the other half of Hirudegarn and his homie. And then we have the third and final stage against completed Hirudegarn. Being Hirudegarn half and Hoi. And then second phase is against Hirudegarn, stop half, and Hoi again. Now, in terms of this event in general, I will say one thing. The first couple phases don't feel too bad. Definitely Hirudegarn and Hoi, the first phase, felt very easy to deal with. The second phase felt very easy to deal with. Evasion does kick in at some point with the second phase. I know Hoi lowers your attack with the super attack, but there's nothing too crazy here. The first phase especially, there's no evasion. The second phase, there is a bit of evasion, which is obviously a problem. Then you have the final phase, which is just, I get what they were doing, but it's just a bit weird. So Hirudegarn has very high defense. He has very high defense, but he also can lower his defense. So lowering his defense is kind of like your main play here, which is cool. That it's always been kind of a thing of mine where they should make an event that prioritizes lowering defense. Hirudegarn is that event. Lowering his defense is kind of key to taking him out. With that being said, I believe he lowers his own defense on his super attack. So, from what I understand, when he supers, he lowers his defense, and also then he has evasion afterwards, which is interesting. It's kind of like the unit, obviously the Hirudegarn unit, which, by the way, is a great unit. It makes sense. I get it. So functionally, that's the premise. He's the same unit, so he does the same thing. Because of that, you may find that your first phase against him, your first phase against Hirudegarn as a single entity, can be quite tough. You'll think, oh my god, how do I damage him? And then, like I said, all of a sudden his defense will halve, and he will become way more beatable than you thought he was. And that's, kind of just how he rolls. All in all, though, a pretty fun fight. Like I said, ultimately, a little bit of a shame that it wasn't, as difficult as it could have been. But I do think overall, for me, functionally speaking, it was still a pretty fun event, pretty fun fight. So I'm not going to complain too much about it. Obviously, in terms of units you want to bring units at lower defense. It does help out, but don't panic too much about the thresholds yet. Just bring a strong, stable team. It is a bit of a longer one. It does feel a little long, even though it's only three phases. You've got the multiple enemies in the first two phases. Neither of them can be stunned or anything, but you've got them. Then you've also obviously got the final phase, which can be a bit of a chunk fest as well. Hirudegarn is quite tanky. He's got quite a bit of health. He won't take a lot of damage that first turn either, really. So like I said, I do see it being a little bit of a longer fight, just depending. And I think the typings also give a little bit of an issue. The first phase is physical AGL, second phase is strength AGL, final phase is tech. So you have every single typing here except for int from the Hirudegarn. You got physical is going to be strong against the int, you got the strength, which will be strong against physical, tech against AGL. So realistically, you're probably looking at maybe tech units being kind of like your saving grace here, or obviously units with guard. The tech units will be fine, type neutral in most of the phases. You can run int units. The first phase isn't super hard, so if you can squeeze through a couple int units through that phase, it is going to help you a lot in the final phase, especially in terms of doing damage. So I will say that. I do think that does help. I found my int characters were just helping out a little bit more. Obviously crits and that helps out, but just my my int characters tend to keep the ship running, so to say, without getting too weird about it. They kind of kept the damage going, kept things consistent, and I think that was really, really good. So yeah, that's kind of it. Honestly speaking, if I speak plainly, I think the event was good. I think it's just the scaling's a bit off for this one. I think they could have given Hirudegarn evasion. I know they probably didn't want to give him tons of evasion, but I think it would have been super interesting to have maybe like a super weak boss, kind of like Ultimate Clash. Not super weak, I guess, but probably as strong as he is now, but like 50% evasion or something like that. I just think it would have been better. Would have been interesting, so to say. Like prioritizing additional attacks, trying to keep him tethered, maybe make it so it stuns, stop him stop him evading or something. I think there's lots of ways they could have done a little bit different with Hirudegarn, but at the same time, I think, for me personally, it ended up working out alright. Wasn't a huge train smash for me. I was pretty happy with the end result. So yeah, all in all, a fun team. I think the Ginyu Force had a great time, by the way. I think they handled everything really, honestly, quite well. The Int Ginyu Force did exceptional, really, really strong. Like, just a strong unit, like, so strong. And they enabled the rest of the Ginyu Force team to really just handle things quite well. We have both summonable units, that does help out a lot. Having both of the Int Jason Berta and having the Strength Recruitment Gilder, it does help out. And then we had obviously the 2 free-to-play LR supports who also help out as well. Remember, the Ginyu Force's ability lets them boost the whole team by 15%. So in theory, every single unit got 15% better just on a base level, which helps. I mean, it does help. Not to mention all of the support that's provided by the Ginyu Force. It was just a very fun, very cool team to run, and didn't really have any problems. Probably, with a bit of luck on where the Ginyu Force and them will appear and like super attacks, probably able to like do a no item run with the Ginyu Force, which is still really good considering how recent their latest unit is, but how old the rest of the units are. So I think for me, like, definitely, was just a cool event. I don't know, and I enjoyed this one. I thought it was just a good level of difficulty, a good mixture of difficulty, a good mix-up of event styles. I think it achieved a little bit of what it wanted to achieve. But yeah, that's it for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. It's always appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, stay safe, take care, and bye.